そうか。術式展開。
Legendary weapons in Deepwoken have been a mainstay since the game first came out. Back when Curved Blade of Winds and Crypt Blade were the only two legendary weapons out there, and Crypt Blade did like 100 damage per swing, and could posture break you in like 2 swings or a crit. They were once the most rare and sought after items in all of Deepwoken. You would be lucky to find a Crypt Blade every 2-3 months. You'd be hard pressed to find somebody who wasn't in the top echelon of Deepwoken ranked or Deepwoken PvP that didn't have a Crypt Blade or didn't have a Curved Blade of Winds. And you would be especially you would especially feel great if you found one that was 3-star or 2-star, heck, even a 1-star. You would be shocked. But you know, nowadays in Deepwoken, post verse 1, legendary weapons did get more common, as you know, what happens inevitably with the game going further and further in time and becoming more popular. Things become less rare. You know, that's normal. But it's come to a point where I do a Diluvian progression with a couple of my friends. You'd be hard pressed to find one of us not have gotten at least 2 legendary weapons by doing a bunch of wave 5s in Diluvian. I've gotten like 7 or 8 Crypt Blades just from doing wave 5 of Diluvian, a game mode where you literally don't even need to risk anything. You can quite literally do nothing. You don't even need to risk PvP. You don't even need to risk PvE. In fact, you can just stop Diluvian instantly. Boom. No more monsters. You're alive, safe. And on top of that, bell progression is rapid too. So you're more than likely, by the time you're going into those higher waves, you're going to be able to have that bell to save you again. So overall, legendary weapons are significantly easier to obtain. But that's not the only issue. Legendary weapons nowadays in Deepwoken just feel kind of samey. You know, when you, back in verse 1, when you got a legendary weapon, you made the build to surround the legendary weapon. Now you can just kind of make a build, medium, lightning. Oh, hey, I can equip this legendary weapon. I can equip that legendary weapon. The end game for attunement players or attunement plus weapon players is no longer, you know, a razor cutlass or a serpent's edge or one of the unique various non-legendary or non-elemental counterparts without any extra stat points. The end game is always to use a legendary weapon, no matter what the build is. And if your build doesn't use a legendary weapon, they're using a nigh-legendary attunement or weapon like Evan Spear or Enforcer's Blade or Enforcer Axe. You're always using that endgame equipment that really isn't too unique. The instance that changed this in the legendary weapon meta was the Quartzstone Pickaxe, a weapon that pretty much could have been a legendary weapon if they really tried. Honestly, it has all rights to be. 2 unique crits, the same swing speed as a freaking medium weapon on a heavy weapon with extra range, the ability to mine ores. That the only other weapon that can do that is the Bolt Crusher, a legendary weapon. Legendary weapons are no longer a symbol of progression in Deepwoken, a symbol of, yo, I have done all this work to get this legendary weapon. I put in the time, I put in the hours, I got this legendary weapon, and now I'm feel free to use it on any build I currently have, or I can use it, or I can make a new build dedicated to this legendary weapon because of how hard it was to get. Now you just kind of, oh hey, I have like 15 legendary weapons. I guess I have to make a build for all of these, because what's the point of me having a legendary weapon if I'm just not going to use it for a build? The average Deepwoken player you will see in any sort of game mode has a legendary weapon, regardless of what it is. And I don't know, it just kind of feels a little samey, a little too anime Roblox for me. When everyone is special, no one is. Syndrome quote. When everyone has their legendary weapon, legendary weapons are in to the latest legendary weapon to enter the catalog, both the cake or the baked wither blade and the umbral wither blade or something, whatever it's called. These two weapons are now relic tier legendary weapons, which was supposedly fix the issue of them not being rare enough and fix the issue of them not being powerful enough. Which, great, right? But the quest line for the weapon didn't end up feeling special. The point of having these legendary weapons and having them also be rare is to have the weapons, you know, stand for something, stand for an achievement in the game. The only achievement that the players got was having some exploiter go over to the Cold Forge the week it was added, which the previous week didn't even exist, and then spamming a bunch of freaking inventory recipes until we could find it with a razor cutlass. Yeah, guys. Great weapon obtainment. Because honestly, there's no real incentive for the average Deepwoken player to go through all that hassle just to make an upgraded razor cutlass. Which is, by the way, the most broken weapon to have ever hit the shores of Deepwoken. By far, not even close. On top of that, it's not even a weapon that everyone uses. It's a medium weapon. Of course, it's a medium weapon. What I would have preferred for this relic tier weapon is to have something that is like an accessory, like a hip gun, or something like an attachment that you can put on your weapon that changes the effect of it, like a Simmer Blue D-Chem or whatever it's called, where it changes the effect of the weapon to be basically sort of a blazing enchant, basically an enchant, but like something actually unique. Like you can attach like a gun to your weapon, allowing it to like shoot something or something like that. Or, you know, have like a really cool relic where you can actually obtain Lightborn. Ooh, shocker. Lightborn obtainment would be great, but Deepwoken weapons, especially legendary weapons and legendary adjacent weapons, have just become this bandit beater sort of aha, and when I'm on, you're dead type of weapon where you can just one-shot combo somebody, or the legendary weapon's so bad that it needs a bunch of buffs and it's not even worth it compared to the regular weapons. In conclusion, guys, I want legendary weapons to be great again. Hashtag make legendary weapons great again. Have them be something unique and not something anime, I have 6 criticals unique. Something actually unique that changes your playstyle to fit the legendary weapon. Like the Crit Blade crit, where it is unique. You chain people up. It's a restraining crit. Not everything needs to look that crazy, but everything needs to feel that crazy to play with and play against. Thank you for coming to my freaking Deepwoken Tech Talk, buddy. See y'all next.
Left alone to set free. Falling down, I keep on falling now. Trying to cure my memory. All alone on my own. Beat these demons in my mind. True.